Hello everybody, welcome to NOVATazz. Sorry I was a little late, but family comes first. Move you over there. Alright, so welcome to NOVATazz. I am really not good live. I work on classic cars. I have two classic cars. If you guys are new to the channel, 77 Nova and a 79 Trans Am. I started this live stream though because yesterday and today my subscribers blew up. I mean, I'm looking at close to 350 subscribers in the last 2 days. Yeah, I'm pretty well. I'm not on the spot, and I'm not the only one there, Jay. But I wanted to talk about my channel and get to know some of you guys, new subscribers, if you're in here. So if you're new to my channel, blow up the chat. Let me know. I welcome all of you guys that are new here. That crazy gamer, hello, how are you? Also wanted to do a few, well, ignore the little one in the background. I also wanted to give a couple shout outs to some of the newer subscribers that I'm subscribed to, and some of the older ones that aren't going to make the cutoff, or aren't at the moment making the cutoff for YouTube's new guidelines. That crazy gamer, my Nova is a 1977. There is a whole playlist on it in my playlist videos. In fact, I've actually drifted to Nova, not intentionally, but so I'll open the chat to if anybody has any questions. I'm going to periodically do some shout outs to the channels that I do watch. See if I can open up another window here. Hey, that crazy gamer, you never know till you try. When I had, when they first came out with that, those guidelines, I had, I think, just over 400 subscribers, and I am now currently sitting at, well, actually, if anybody else wants to go look to see what I'm actually sitting at right now, I do believe it's close to 877, somewhere around there, last time I checked. Yeah, by the way, be sure to go check out JA's channel and Get Exhausted. I know I see them both in here. They are both good channels. Also, Ignited Garage is also a good channel. One of the ones that I watch, including and Venom. Venom, I do believe you have that. What is it? The 80s G body. He was the Buick one. Am I right? Yeah, the Grand National, that's right. Freaking always love the Buick Grand Nationals and the Monte Carlos. Let's see, my subscriptions. Give a few shout outs to the ones that I watch. Not sure I've seen Shadow Dragon around before though. A bunch of people aren't happy about the cut. No, but you know what? I understand why they're doing the cutoff, and I did talk about it with Jonathan a little bit ago. Motorama, yes, I'm going to try to get out to that. I should be buying my tickets next paycheck. I actually think I have video of your Grand National on my in my computer from that call out. Let's see, my subscriptions. Can you give me a list or no? I'll go over here on the side. I have to go back and go read that because I missed that comment while it was up. I had your live count on for a day or two, and it went up a lot. Yeah, I was sitting there at work, was watching it climb, and I was like, I didn't even know what to do because I've never seen, like, my channel's never blown up like that. I mean, I've had some good content, but I have never blown up like that. My views have blown up like that before, but not my subs. Let's see. Give a few shout outs here. I think One Man Shop right now is actually doing a live video. He has a 68 Chevy truck. Doesn't mean you go run over there for him real quick. Let's see. Of course, you got Gregory Salvatore. I don't know if he's in here or not yet, but be sure to go check out him. He's got one of those newer Camaros. But yeah, these are all channels that I do believe are lower on the totem pole. HO Motorsports is no, they got 4,000 subscribers. Never mind, they're a little higher than I thought they were. Of course, JA's channel. I think Unwrecked has a bunch. Yeah, exactly. Even if you don't make the cut, you just keep grinding. You're going to eventually get there. Where are all my small channels at, man? All right, the Driven channel. He's got some good videos on here. Nice automotive vlogger. If you like restoration channels, there's a channel that I follow. He only has 371 subscribers right now, but he is an older gentleman restoring a 72 Camaro. I mean, like, pretty extensive. I mean, like, the whole back half of the car. Hand fabricated a lot of what he's doing. His name is Jeff Lindsay, Lindsey. Go check him out. Like I said, if you like what I do, which is the car restoration stuff, go check him out. You got Piston Junkies 302. He has Mustangs on his channel. Actually, he's got a bunch of different stuff on his channel. I just watched a few of his Mustang ones. Let's see if I remember any other ones that I've seen in here. Absolute Motion, Bone Crusher SS, Greed's Garage. Not sure if Greed's is in here or not. What the hell is this? do you mean I scammed your friend out of money? Well, that derailed my freaking channel, my feed there for a little bit. I put him in timeout because I don't even know what the hell, who that even is. I don't even know who that person is. I mean, I don't. It has no content. Yeah, I need a few modders. I do believe I can't freaking keep up with stuff like that and try to do the live stream. I don't even know what that was about. I mean, obviously that was a troll account. I mean, when you're trolling something as secret human or whatever it was, that was just messed up. I don't know. None of my buddies are in here, otherwise I would add one of them as a moderator. Jay, I did make you a moderator. Damn, what the hell is going on? I don't even know what's going on. What the hell is with all these? You know, I get on here trying to promote a bunch of... I get on here trying to promote a bunch of smaller YouTubers and to explain what my channel's about. And apparently all I'm getting is a bunch of trolls. It might be some of these new subscribers, I don't know. I don't know. It's a little disheartening to think that that's the way this is going to be. Yeah, I'm down to 853 subscribers. I don't know. I don't know why somebody would want to do that. That doesn't make any sense. Here's another one. What the hell? I really like to know, what did I do to you that you need to sit here and create all these fake accounts and try to bring my channel down? It doesn't make any sense. I've had this channel for years. I haven't sold anybody any shirts. Literally, I haven't sold any shirts. I mean, I have made literally a total of 8 shirts. And my friend has one. And then there's the one that was given away on the channel. And there, if you have my Instagram or even seen the video, what the hell? I haven't sold any shirts. I haven't even sold any merchandise. I have not made a damn cent in merch. I haven't even made any shirts yet, except for the ones that I made for the call out. Literally, that's what I made these shirts for. I made these shirts so that way I had something to take to the events, that when I'm filming, people can know who I am and what I'm doing. So, oh my God, this is ridiculous. Like, literally. Don't just delete the comments. Put the guy in timeout. If I can, I would remove him. No, I think we're going to have to do more than timeout. I think we're going to have to report these people that come in here like that, or find some other way to actually remove them from the chat. Like, who the hell is Bryant White? There you go. I think Jay figured it out. All right, we're just gonna have to. You're just gonna have to keep up with that, Jay. The Ignited Garage. I'll make you a mod. I know who you are. I can get it to stop here for a minute. You too. Maybe you guys can catch these guys. Anyway, like I said, before I lose all of my viewers here, I came on here to help shout out some other people. And I was kind of hoping to be able to do this that way I could re-upload this, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to re-upload this video. Anyway, you guys have any questions to ask me, let me know. I'll answer them while I'm sitting here. like I said, I was all stoked seeing all of the all of the new subscribers, and I'm really stoked about going into this new year. I mean, yeah, I have the truck to finish still. In fact, I have the overdrive unit in the back of the Kia right now. I got to take it down to a buddy's house that has a press, so that way I can take the there's an 850-pound spring inside of that overdrive unit, and you got to compress it to get the C-clip out. And that's one thing that I can't do because I don't have a press at my shop. If you watch the video on the shop, it's literally just a two-bay garage. The guy was mainly an electrician, so there's not a whole lot of actually automotive stuff in it at the moment. Just my tools that I've brought over. But as soon as I get the truck out of the shop, I do have a surprise. I have a guy that has another Nova. His is a 76, and he's asking me to do a rear disc swap. So that'll probably be the first thing that gets done, is the rear disc swap in that Nova. And then I also have my Nova going in the shop and getting pulled apart. The gray body is going to get new quarters, wheel tubs, patch the floor. It's getting a hold on, I'll go back through. There we go. Thank you, NOVATazz, favoriteest person. Throttled out. If you don't use curse words, you won't get your. I won't have to continue to sit here and manually show your comment. Just watch the language, in case I do have kids in here. But I do have the Nova hopefully going in. Alright, NOVATazz is favoriteest person. Alright, but, so I should have the Nova in there. I got to swap out the firewalls because I don't want the back wheels are screaming. I would assume that would be brakes. I have drifted the Nova. I drifted the Nova mainly in the rain, but the back end of that car sits up so high that it wouldn't make a very good drift car. Too much body roll, and the car sits up way too high. It's set up more to look like an old school drag car than it is anything else. But yeah, I have used to daily driver that all the time. So in daily driving that all the time, had it out in the rain and the snow, and yeah, she'll slide sideways. She'll get sideways real easy. Not the funnest thing to take sideways. Okay, Shadow Dragons. Well, Shadow Dragon, I think that somebody would have to hear it to be able to tell exactly what it is, because it could be a lot of things. And like Ignited said, anything from bearings to brakes, something rubbing. It could be just about anything. Without hearing it, it's kind of hard to diagnose it. But and then I have also have the Trans Am that I'm looking to get in the shop at the same time. Needs a carburetor rebuild and a few other things. The transmission, from it sitting, the valves are stuck inside the transmission, so I'm gonna have to pull that apart. Venom could be right there as well. But yeah, I'm agreeing with Ignited. I want to say it's the brakes. The brakes are squealing. Bearings normally you'll feel them before you hear them. Unless it's out of gear oil, I wouldn't say that is the screaming, unless the pinion backed out and is hitting the carrier. But again, you would feel all of that long before it would make you would hear it squeal. I don't think his rear would be doing very well if it was squealing with no fluid. I think it would lock up pretty quickly. I want to say it's the brakes. Oh, I don't know. Should I go back to doing a few shout outs? I mean, there's only 5 people in here. If you guys have any friends, bring them on in here. Damn, how did I lose 20 subscribers that fast? I know I wanted to do a few shout outs for the that it can't be good. Oh, JA's podcast tomorrow on JA's channel. We do a podcast every Wednesday. Just a group of us guys all chit-chatting together about current events, automotive current events. Normally a pretty fun time. Normally starts around this time, 8, 9 o'clock at night. Every Wednesday he does those. Apparently my kid is talking. Hopefully this is helping some of you guys out. Any of you guys actually into the old car restorations? I have a few channels that I could name off here. This one's on an old car restoration, but if you guys haven't subscribed to ShaneMan20, go check him out. Let's see. Hot Rod Heaven. Yeah, I have Ignited. I have stickers coming. I got to get them made. 78 Camaro. That's that the black one you had sitting next to your truck, isn't it? I think one of the first videos I watched was you pulling that out. Go back here to this so I can see the chat again. Yeah, if you're under 1,000 subs, give yourself a shout out in the chat real quick, so that way everybody in here can sub to you. I think you guys have pretty much done that already. Like I said, if you haven't, Jay, if you want to quick plug the that group you and Greg are doing real quick, that would be helpful. JA's channel and Greg Salvatore, they have a what they're calling the YouTube pack to help each other grow and become bigger by supporting each other, which is, I think, is a really great way, especially with the way YouTube is being at the moment. That you guys can help each other get bigger and grow as you guys get new subs. So I'd like to hear, if anybody's checked out my channel, what's your guys' favorite videos that I've done? And again, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I don't know why, but that shit in the beginning still throwing me for a loop. Kyle Hummel Vlogs. So what's everybody up to tonight? See if we can keep this chat going here. Any projects of mine you guys are looking forward to seeing? I've worked on my own stuff from day one. I bought my 1977, my original 1977 Nova, the black one. I bought that in 2007, and the only time somebody else has worked on that besides me was when the transmission was built originally, and when the windshield was repaired. Those are the only two times that car was worked on by someone other than myself. I have a couple videos I still haven't uploaded or edited. They've just been sitting in the back burner on my computer. Just really haven't had any motivation to edit those ones. I wasn't really proud of them. But as far as the vehicles, you guys are pretty much caught up to date. I tore the transmission apart on the truck. I have to go take the overdrive unit to go get taken apart and rebuilt. And then I got to put the transmission back together and get it back up in the truck. Yeah, that 46RE transmission, I built it the first time by myself, and I messed something up and burnt the clutch packs in the forward gears, and I'm doing it over again. It's one of those things. Make sure you check all your dots and cross all your T's, because if you miss something, it will bite you in the butt. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to rebuild the TH350 in the Trans Am as well, but I don't know yet. Hopefully I can get away with just pulling the valve body apart and freeing up the valves. Oh, that's always a weird experience, the first time you get recognized in public. My first time was actually a parts store. Somebody was watching my videos, and I came in to order a part for the truck, and they go, "Hey, I know you." And then we started chit-chatting back and forth, and he was talking about some of the stuff that he's been working on, and that was a really weird experience, the first time somebody recognizes you. Positive note on shirts and stuff, though. I am planning to work with one of these aftermarket t-shirt companies here to see if I can get a shirt made up for you guys to buy. It would look similar to the logo that I have on my on my Instagram with the 2 cars above it. In fact, I think I have it right here. The computer will wake up. Tim Hortons last night just wanted your coffee. Alright, so what I was thinking with the shirts here was keep this name logo right here like it is, and where these 2 cars are, instead of having the actual pictures of the cars, it was just going to do the outline, the body lines in white. Same with this car here, just do the outline, body lines in white, so that way it wasn't so distracting sitting up there. And then this stuff would be on the back like it is on the shirts that I have now. So this would be the front of the shirt here, and then this would be the back of the shirt. Do a couple of those. The sticker would look like this, but again with the outlines of the cars, not the actual cars themselves. And that'll be my stickers. And then my business cards will look like this as well. Let's not look at my ceiling. So do you guys have anybody that I should check out that I may or may not have checked out yet? That's actually one of the issues I have, is that somebody will sub to me, and if they got their subs blocked, I don't know who they are, and I can't go check out their channel back. I think one of the things that I wish YouTube would do YouTube would do was to keep people with no subscribers and no content and no verification at all from being able to do things like what happened to me just now at the beginning of this stream. That was just ridiculous. And like I said, every single one of those people that did that literally had no content, no subscribers. I think you might have to have your account for so many days before you can comment. Come on, guys. Let's see if we can get some more people in here to chat with. Well, yeah, just some way to keep bots or from people just making random profiles to harass people. It just, that was ridiculous. I mean, if I didn't have JA as a moderator or whatever, and a few of the other guys, that it would have been a mess. In fact, it was kind of a mess. But I don't know. I'm really looking forward to this year. Oh yes, I'm live. Howdy. But really looking forward to this year. I want to really get working on these cars. I've been planning on doing this Nova for like, geez, since I bought it back in 2007. I have all the quarter panels, I have the wheel tubs, I have the replacement body panels. In fact, this gray car doesn't need nearly as much as the black one did originally. and I have the black one to use for parts. So hopefully this thing moves through the bodywork pretty quickly, and I can get the motor and trans and stuff back in it and get it running. I miss driving that car. I have not driven this Nova as a daily since 2013. 2013 when that car went off the road. Yeah, 2013 is when that car went off the road. And it blew a driver's side rear tire. It didn't blow the whole tire. What happened is the tread came off the tire and ripped the fender all up, ripped the door handle off the driver's side, and tore the inner fender well, the wheel well all up, and basically did enough damage that I couldn't get the car inspected anymore. So I had to pull it off, and when I pulled it off the road, I did end up replacing the motor. I put a 350 in it, and it used to have a 305. And I did a few other things. I put the doors on it, put the fenders on it, which is why they're green. The whole car used to be black with red stripes. Do I look tired? Yeah, of course I look tired. I've been up since 5:30 this morning. Lucky I have tomorrow off. Justin, I may actually call you up on that because I know you're not that far away. But yeah, I have long days. I get up at 5:30 in the morning, and I don't normally go to bed till 12:30, 1 o'clock. All right, see you, throttle out. See you next video if I do another one. Yeah, I don't do very many live videos. That's the first time that's ever happened to me. But most of the time I didn't do live videos because I didn't have enough people to hang out. There happens to be obviously a lot more people here. Good evening, Eddie. I'm not sure if I've had the pleasure to meet you yet here either. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, when I started this broadcast, I had 878. I don't know why I lost so many right away, but it is what it is. But the other thing I'd like to be doing this summer is taking the truck out mudding. I did promise a 250 sub. Oh, hey Eddie, I do know who you are. I do plan on taking the truck out this summer and going four-wheeling with it. Looking for some big mud puddles. I mean, I didn't buy them 35 by 12.5 mudders for nothing. The other thing is I promised my old subscriber, well, the subscribers that have been here for a while, when I reached 250, I was going to do a massive burnout in the truck, and that was right before the transmission went down. So I still have that to do as well. I don't know what I'm going to do if I get to 1,000 subs. I got to think of something. But I have two 33 by 10 and a half, 33 by 10 and a halves, no, they're 31 by 10 and a halves, that were on my old green truck that are pretty much beat. And I'm going to cook them till there is nothing left of them. Literally have no use for those rims and tires, so I am going to just literally bake them till there's nothing left to bake. And hopefully it'll make a really great video. I'm kind of stoked to do that one. I want to get as many cameras as I can going, and hopefully I can find somebody with a drone and film it from the air. That would be freaking awesome. Yeah, definitely have plenty of content to make. It's just a matter. I got more issues having enough money to buy the parts I need for the fixings than I do having the fixings to do. I have plenty of work to keep me busy for at least another 2-3 years. Just a matter of, can I afford to keep throwing parts at it? Ignited, what's every summer weekend for you? Mudding or fixing shit? Burning tires. Unfortunately, I don't have enough tires to burn. Otherwise, I would do it every weekend. Hopefully, the Nova, when it's done, will be able to go down to the drag strip. The Nova is planned to be a drag car. In fact, let me spin you around here again. The way that she sits here is basically the way she will sit when I am done. Pencil tires up front. Actually, those are actually stock size front tires. That tells you how big that back tire is. That front tire is a 205/65 R15. That rear tire is a 255/75 R15. That's a 30-inch tall tire back there. And I plan on making it a wider tire when I finish this body. Like I said, I'm going to mini tub it, so it'll be tubbed all the way back to the frame, and I plan on widening the body just a little, because I want to be able to clear a 14-inch tire underneath of the fender well without having to move the frame. Right now, that's a 10-inch wide tire, so I'm looking for another 4 inches of meat. I'm going to move the shock inside the frame rail, up underneath the trunk. Yeah, I am going to tub it. I'm going to tub it all the way back to the frame. I don't want to tub it any further than that because I'm not looking to get rid of my rear seat. I'm not looking to turn it into a full-blown race car. It's mainly going to be used... It's mainly going to be used to cruise in and basically a show car. But like I said, I kind of want it to look like the badass 70s and 80s drag cars with the ass end all the way up in the air and the nose slammed. That was always my favorite thing when I was a kid, watching those cars. Yeah, I can always disassemble and reassemble different things, but I don't have the space. I don't have the space, nor do I have the income for acquiring the cars to disassemble. I live paycheck to paycheck at the moment. In fact, YouTube was my spare money, and won't be if I don't get up to the 1,000 sub mark by the end of February. Yeah, that's the one thing that sucks about all this. I'm not going to stop making videos, but it's going to suck not getting paid for them. I was making around $100 to $200 a month, and that's a pretty big chunk of change when you don't have anything. So, and that money was going to be used to help pull these cars through the summer and get this build done. Oh, where am I at? I got about 10 minutes more left of this stream. I might stay longer, I might not. Any other questions? I'd like to answer you guys' questions. I mean, I can sit here and talk till I'm blue in the face. I'd rather talk about stuff that you guys want to hear. Like I said, I have the Ram 1500, I have the two Chevy Novas, and I have the 79 Trans Am. Jess is egging me into getting either a Mustang, a Chevelle, or an El Camino for her car, because she wants a classic car as well. What program am I using for live stream right now? Actually, I'm using the YouTube app on my phone. Let's see. Oh, that'd be freaking awesome. I have him on Snapchat. I've talked to him a few times on Snap. Bobby's a really freaking cool dude. Yeah, that's what she's looking for. She's looking for the Chevelle-style El Caminos. She's in love with the 70 and 71, 72 Chevelles. She likes the 69 Mustangs. And like I said, the El Caminos as well. The 2017 version Beeb? Yes. What kind of car is that?
This one?
This one. Here, bring me Beeb.
Well, he's kind of spit up eat, but so watch.
Oh, there we go. Oh. And here's my little one. We just had him in September. He was came a bit early. He was 2 months early. I can't read that one. Thank you, Shadow Dragon. That's I'd like to be able to get up to that 1,000 subs.
Did you see what his onesie says?
Let's see, what does his onesie say? It says,
"My daddy's truck is bigger than yours."
That's hilarious. But let's see if I can keep it up. Justin, which one? The red one or the black one? She doesn't like the red one. The red one's my favorite one. She likes the. She doesn't like the 71, 72 Mustangs.
Thank you. Yes, he is cute. He's the cutest. The tiniest of minions.
Oh, the black one? Yeah, but I thought you said the black one wasn't for sale. And I think the black one was 68, I do believe, which has the wrong sail panels. I know where there's a 69 sitting. I just don't think the guy's going to sell.
He's like, "Daddy, look at all these screens."
No, his is remodeled to 68. We'll go repo it. Well, I think that the car that I was looking at, which sits not far from where we live, I think that car has sentimental value just by like the way it's sitting. It's really close to the house, and normally the cars that end up really close to the house, they're not parting with it for other reasons. I don't think it's a matter of money. I think it's a matter of sentimental value. That's just like my black and green Nova. If I didn't have to, I wouldn't let it go. That was my first muscle car, and if I could, I would restore that one, but it's going to be easier to restore the gray one and swap everything over to it than it is going to be to restore that black one. If you look through some of my videos, you can see the damage in that car, and it's pretty rotted. Both wheel tubs are gone. Both wheel wells are gone in the back. Both quarters are gone. The trunk floor is gone. Both front passenger footwells are gone. The bottom of the firewall on the passenger side is gone. As far as I'm concerned, a muscle car is a two-door rear-wheel drive with a V8. As far as I'm concerned, they stopped making muscle cars in the 80s. Well, I mean, besides like the Camaro, I mean, obviously the Camaro, the Mustang are still muscle cars, but yeah, the Novas ended in '79 as far as I'm concerned for muscle cars. They had V8s all the way up until '79. The Camaros and the Firebirds, obviously, they went all the way up. What? What's up?
I'll take a picture and show you later.
Okay. The Camaros and the Firebirds, we lost that one. Pinky down. Sorry, buddy. The Mustangs, obviously, they were muscle cars and still are. But like the Malibus, they ended in the 80s when they went to the front wheel drive. I don't consider a front wheel drive car a muscle car. If it doesn't have a V8 and rear wheel drive, as far as I'm concerned, it's not a muscle car. A pony car is still a muscle car, Jay. I hate to tell you that. It's two-door V8 rear-wheel drive. I mean, that's kind of what you need. When you start stuffing bigger motors than is needed to get it down the road, that kind of makes it a muscle car. So I consider, you know, I mean, there's no difference between the Mustang versus the Camaro. So I mean, if you're going to consider the Mustang a pony car, then the Camaro is a pony car. The same basic thing. The AMXs, the Demons. GT Opel with a 350. That Javelin at the SEMA show, oh my god, that thing was insane. I don't know why people were complaining about that car. That car is gorgeous. Is that so? You know, it's just, I think that people, let's see, what does it say? Yeah, hey, Steve. If anybody doesn't know who Hammer Down Motorsports, this is Steve Fast. I need a beer with that man. Speaking of, I think Steve, you have your Camaro in the shop last time I saw. Is it done or is it going to be in there for a while? Beaver, are you getting upset? Jess.
Are you not entertaining enough?
No, because I lost the binky.
Where did you lose it to?
It went down.
Went down?
It went down.
Binky down!
Yes, binky down. Steve's in the chat.
Who?
Steve.
Who's Steve?
The white Camaro that wears the German hat. Hammer Down Motorsports.
Okay.
Alright, I'll show you a picture later. You'll know who I'm talking about. It's gonna go. He's not keeping it in his mouth. Yep, see, there it goes. Here. As much as I love you, Beeb, you're not very easy to live stream with. Not yet.
Yeah, but I totes adorbs.
Okay. All right, any more questions for me? You know, it's so quiet on this end, unlike when we do the podcasts. When we do the podcast, everybody's talking and everything else. But when you do these live videos by yourself and all you have is the chat screen, it is such an eerie feeling. You're just sitting here waiting for someone to make the next comment. I think this is one of the longest live streams I've done so far. It's kind of weird talking to yourself, though. It is. It's really weird. And I think everybody just went silent on me. Either that or my page didn't refresh. I will, Justin. I'll let you know the next time I need help. Because right now I need a press is what I need at the moment. I know where one's at, but getting to it is going to be harder to do. Is there a way to find out who's actually in the chat? Guess not. Let's see, the part stands about this tall, and then it's got a shaft that comes out the bottom, so it's got to be a pretty big press. I mean, it's a shop press, is what I'm looking for. And I only need to borrow it, but it's not like something that I can just like, it's not, the press that I need is not something that you can literally just fit in the back of a Kia and take it to go use. It's going to be something I got to bring the part to it. So what are your guys' favorite muscle cars?
The Mustang.
The Mustang. 69 Mustang, boss. See, you wouldn't want the 302. You want the Boss 429.
I guess.
Or the Mach 1. 32 coupe. What engine?
A one that runs.
Yeah, small live streams are easier to do, but the problem is the dead time in between comments, at least on my end, kind of sucks. Justin, what engine in the 32 coupe? I'm kind of curious as to where you would go with that. I'm not partial to the 65s. .305 small block Chevy and a 32 coupe. I would much rather see the old school Ford flatheads. I love the 32 coupes where they keep the engine bay open and the flathead is sitting in there. Just something I like about a Ford flathead, the way they sound, and they just look freaking cool as you know. They're just a neat engine to look at. And me being an engine guy, I like engines. Well, yeah, they're not cheap, but oh my God, they're when you pull up to a car show and you have a flathead Ford in your old hot rod, it's just you can't help but get noticed. I mean, everybody has the small block Chevys under the hoods and stuff like that because they're easy to work on and they're easy to get parts for. But me being an engine guy, I like the unique motors. I like when you look under the hood and you see like an Olds or a big old Cadillac motor. Those are what the cars that I like going to go see when I go to the car shows, is those unique motors. Yeah, what year old Camaros though? Because there's different ones look different, so that made a lot of sense.
Well, yes, because different cars look different.
Yeah, I've heard of Factory 5. When I was a kid, I wanted to build a Factory 5, either the Daytona or the Cobra. But I don't know if I would do that now. I might do it for the channel if it got big enough to buy a Factory 5 kit car and do it on the channel. But as for a car for myself that I was going to build for myself, I don't know if I would go get a Factory 5 now. 67 Camaros with the, when did they come out with the hidden headlights? Yeah, the 67, 68, 67. The SSRSs. Oh my God, those are pretty cars. Do you realize how much those Factory 5 kit cars are? You're looking at like 18,000 just for the freaking kit. And then you still have to outsource parts and all of that. By the time you're done, Justin, you're looking at 18, 19. Trust me, I priced them. All said and done, before you even go get your donor car or go out and go buy all new parts, which is probably what I would suggest, is getting new parts, not going and buying a Mustang donor. But once taxes and everything else are through, plus shipping, it comes out to like 18. So what's everybody think about me wide bodying the Nova? Not just like a 2-3 inch stretch of the rear quarters. You see, I wouldn't want that, but I could see where the price would be right. But I would much rather just have all of the parts to my door and to build it myself. You know, what's fun is buying a puzzle is somebody already did it before you got it. Vapor-like? You mean like a viper? I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, my Nova is really straight and angular. It's not really curvy, so I don't know if making it curvy would look good. Ha 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 ha. But no, I want to be able to sit a 14 or 15 inch wide tire underneath of the rear quarters in that Nova, which is why I would want to go wide body, because I don't want to move the frames. I'm not looking at putting a shorty rear and moving the frame rails in. And the wide body would be subtle enough that I don't think that you would notice it right away. More of just leaning the wheel well out. Venom, I would have to go look it up. I have never seen one, so if you want to, I do believe you're on my Facebook. Send me a picture of it, and I'll take a look at it. Right, I kind of got that, but like I said, I'd have to take a look at it, see what it looks like on the other cars, and decide if it's something I want. I was kind of looking at more of just pulling the quarters out a little bit, and then bringing them back into the rest of the body with the body lines. Like I said, only like an inch or two, nothing big. Like I said, I just need. I can fit a. I know I can fit a 12-inch. 13-inch wide tire under in between the frame rails and where the lip for the wheel well is at now. So I'm only looking for like an inch or two, especially with moving the shock inside the frame rail. That way I don't have to get rid of the, eventually the car is going to be either a 4-link or either a 4-link or truck arm setup. So I won't have the leaf springs to deal with then either. So it'll be coilovers and then, like I said, either truck arms or 4-link. And that Nova is going to go black on top with gunmetal gray sides with a mustard yellow pinstripe separating the two colors. Doggo's not happy. Welcome back, Ignited. We need to get this conversation going so that way I can keep on. We were talking about modifications to the Nova at the moment. Unless you have a different question. Just give me a second. I need to go get a soda. Oh. NOS. Nah, I wasn't. Number one, that motor isn't going to handle NOS. It's right now it's a stock 350 bottom end with flat top pistons. I do believe it's still got a stock cam. It came out of a 1970s pickup truck, actually a 1979 pickup truck. I bought it originally because it potentially could have been a four bolt main block. All of the date codes, all of the codes on the block pointed to the fact that it had a very high probability of being a 4-bolt main. Unfortunately, it was not a 4-bolt main, but it was still a really good engine. I took the heads off of my 305 and I put them on top because the heads that were on the 350 were garbage. They needed so much work that it would need all new valves. The rockers were garbage. I had broken push rods. That motor was hurt, but the bottom end was nice and stout. So I took the rebuilt 305 heads that I had and threw them on top of the 350. And so it's got 11-to-1 compression with the flat top pistons. The intake valves on the 305 heads are 202s, and the exhausts I think are, I want to say 195s. So I mean, it's not going to be a high RPM screamer, but it's got some punch down low, which is always fun on the street. But I don't know if I would hit that with NOS. I bet you that would scatter itself all over the street. No, not a fan of turbos. I mean, I like them on other people's cars, but the reason I'm not a fan of turbos is I don't like all the plumbing. I'm not a fan of looking up, opening the engine bay and seeing all of that clutter. I like a nice simple NA. I'm not looking to make a shit ton of horsepower with this car the way it is, and if I was looking at making a shit ton of horsepower, the old school motor would go. If I were looking to make a lot of power, I would be looking at a wrecked new Camaro. It would be a complete drivetrain swap. That way I could get fuel economy and 500 plus horsepower and daily that sucker every day. You know, 20 miles to the gallon and 600 horsepower is quite appealing compared to what I would be getting out of an old school motor. But that would be if I was going for power, considering I want this car as more of a classic homage to the 70s drag race cars. I think I'll stick with the small block Chevy and the high rear end and go that look. Like I said, if I ever wanted to go with lots of horsepower, which I'm pretty sure eventually I will, I would be looking at doing a drivetrain swap with a newer car. It's funny because I get the comments on this screen and this screen over here, but they pop up first on this one. So I mean, I'd love to look just at this screen because I like looking right at my audience, but the questions pop up faster on the other side. I don't want to bore you guys to death. I also do custom furniture and basically just anything automotive custom. I mean, I have a table sitting out on my front porch that was actually the guts of the carcass of the 305. I turned it into my my porch table. I ever plan on traveling? If I did, it would be for automotive reasons. I mean, yeah, I would love to go out to Tokyo or to Ireland or, you know, traveling that way. But as far as, say, traveling around this country, it would be probably for car events. It would probably be taking my cars on tour. I know there are places that I have wanted to go out and go see, like the zip tie drags and stuff like that, because they don't always come out here. There is the, it's not the Bandit Tour. What do they call that? Every year they have, I think maybe it's called the Bandit Run. But every year they have a big Trans Am. It's kind of like the Power Tour, but it's all Trans Ams. For the Smokey and the Bandit. The first year they did it, they ran from Texarkana, Texas, down to the spot, basically the route that they took in the movie. I'd love to do that. I also would love to do the power tour at least once. But that would probably, both of those would probably be in the TA, as that car, when I'm done with it, will be more comfortable for long hauls. The Nova, if I keep it the way it is, it's comfortable, but it's stiff. With the back end being all up in the air like that, the only thing I have going for me is I don't have gas shocks back there. They're actually Gabriel heavy-duty truck shocks. So they have the length, but they're not stiff like a gas shock or a... yeah, it would be a gas shock. Especially the old school ones where you fill them up like a bike tire. Because that's one of the things I didn't want. I didn't want that back end to be so stiff that every little pebble hurt to go over. You would like to drag your drift car. Which is your drift car, Ignited? And why would you want to drag it if it's made for drifting? Oh, the 240SX. Oh, that thing's got to be a beast. I mean, I'm not much for imports. I'm not. But, yeah, I mean, I can appreciate another build, even if it's not American. What I don't appreciate is the stupid shit people do. The extreme camber, the freaking whatever they call that, squatting in the trucks. I'm not much one for the mall crawlers. I hate to say it, kind of like Mike's truck from Street Speed. When you have no sidewall and you have mud tires, I just don't get the point, because yeah, it will go off-road, but you really can't off-road it. You can play around on some flat land off-roading, but you really can't you can't take it rock crawling. You can't beat the snot out of it. You're gonna bust them rims all up. So yeah, I'm a a function follows form, or however you say that. Form follows function. Function follows form. I do like Mike's truck. It is really good looking to look at. It's just you take a real truck and it will outperform it every day. Those rims just don't make sense. I don't understand the big offset. You know, keep them rims tucked up underneath the truck. You know, they can stick out a little bit, but they should still be centered on the brakes, so that way you don't freaking wear out suspension parts needlessly. Geez, on my Dodge, that'd be freaking stupid, because the Dodges are known for wheel bearings going. Same reason you're doing the 5-inch downpipe. Oh. Yeah, but you get no back pressure then. I mean, unless you're literally pumping out that much exhaust, you're not really... You're losing your back pressure, which the engine needs. And being an engine guy, you know, engines don't like running open exhaust. They don't like running with no back pressure, especially the valve springs. Hey, you know what? Ghetto Videos, he needs to do what he needs to do because of the position he put himself on. He's got to keep up with something new, because if he doesn't, the people are gonna lose interest in him. Unfortunately, like I said, he's gotten that big that he's got to do what he's got to do to keep himself in the limelight. It being his job as an entertainer, he's got to do what he's got to do. Well, yeah, if it's a turbo car and you're pushing that much exhaust, there's the difference. That's right, the Grand National is a turbo car. Duh. So anyone want to guess what was the best performing car from the factory in 1979? The best performing car in 1979 was... No, the Grand National wasn't out in 1979. Anything with any kind of power in 1987. My God, there was more freaking duds than there was freaking good cars in '87. We all know the Grand National was in a straight line. Freaking car was insane for what it was for what it was going up against. There wasn't any competition for that car. So 1979, and no guesses? Yeah, it was. Yeah, that car was a beast in 1987. 1979, the best performing production car was the 1979 Trans Am. It outperformed the Corvette in any trim. It outperformed the Camaro in any trim. A Mustang could not touch it. No, the base bird would not touch the Trans Am. The Trans Am had with the upgraded fender flares and the suspension could outcorner a stock Firebird. But yeah, the '79 Trans Am would outperform in every area. In 1979, it blew away every other car in its class. Well, you got to think about it. It was the only car still with a big block. Well, not a big block, but big cubic inch. Not because Pontiacs don't have big blocks and small blocks. They are all the same block. The only real big and small block is Chevy. Fords really didn't have a big block and a small block, and neither did Mopars. Mopars had a short and a tall deck, and I think the same was said with Fords. I do believe it was the deck height that changed, not the width and the width and length of the block. I like the old Mercs. One of my favorite Mercuries is the one it was in the sports car racing. What is it? Black with orange striping. That was a really gorgeous car. The '89, no, the turbo car, the Turbo TA came out in 1981. Yeah, the XR7. I think the car number I'm looking for was the number 14 car. I love the way that car looked. I forget what the sponsor was that was on it, but my other favorite sports car was the number 77 Challenger. That car was just a beast. Does anybody know of the guy that's running the what year is it? I think it's a 72 Trans Am in the sports car racing nowadays. It's a white car with blue lettering. If I can find the guy's name. See if I can find it real quick. He just wrecked it last year. He just rebuilt it this year. Maybe somebody else might be able to remember it before I do. But that car is a beast. I want to say his last name begins with B. The guy who drives, of course I'm not going to be able to find it. He's not Canadian, he's from overseas. Bollinger, I think, might be his last name. Let me see if that's it. I think he rides the number 6 car. Roger Bollinger, there it is. I don't know how well this is going to come out because I don't normally like filming from...
What's a super easy way to tell
there's
that
an
your design
ad.
is awful? The raw egg test. Let me prove it.
I'm not sure if they're going to show this from the outside view or not. But yeah, there's his car there. I know I can find him on Facebook now that I got his name. There we go. Oh, is it not going to let me see it? Well, there's the car there. That car is badass. Alright. But if I'm boring you guys, I might as well wrap this up. But make sure you share my channel to your friends. I guess I'll be doing a... hey, Salvador. Finally pop on an hour and 30 minutes into my stream. We did a good shout out for your YouTube pack. We did that earlier. Apparently I got a bad connection here. One thing I can do here real quick, maybe. I'm not going to be able to. Nope, maybe I am. Where is it? Mobile hotspot. Turn that off. Okay. Maybe that might help. Alright, see you, Ignited. But yeah, we did a good shout out for your YouTube pack thing. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, we had some bad guys in here in the beginning of the stream, harassing the shit out of me. But yeah, just a bunch of freaking chit chat, and I don't know if you're gonna want to watch the whole stream, but we definitely got a shout out for you in there, and the rest of the YouTube pack, and hopefully they'll get some subs out of this. We did have up to like 10 or 15 people in here. It wasn't super big, but I don't know, had fun. I think I'm gonna get off of here shortly. Is there any questions you had for me, Greg, before I get off, or anyone else? Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna sign off of here. Everybody have a good night, and make sure you guys subscribe to each other that you see in here. And I'll catch you guys' videos, and see you guys next time. Alright.